the Joe Rogan experience.
I also want personally for me to achieve something that is unique, that is rare, that maybe that never been attempted before. You know, that would be something that excites me. And I'm not only driven by money. You know, it's good to have money. We like money. It drives us all, including myself. But it's not the unique thing that drives me. It need to be more than money, and they need to be some kind of achievement thing that comes with it that would exciting me.
So what would that be? That would be a 155-pound title.
They offer me Nate Diaz now.
Yeah.
And it was a rumor. They said it was a done deal. It's not a done deal. Not on my part. And I don't think it was on Nate Diaz's part as well, because from what I've heard, his brother Nick and even Nate says that's his big brother's fight. It's not his fight. From Nate Diaz is an incredible fighter, very well-rounded. However, if you put yourself in my shoes, there's nothing good that can come out of it except money, and money is not the only thing that drive me. If I beat Nate Diaz decisively, some people will say, most people will say, he took an easy fight or whatever. Like the criticism will say, he's a bully. You know,
fought
like,
155.
Yeah, he fought a smaller guy that competed at a smaller. Maybe he's not even smaller than me. Maybe we're about the most. A lot of 155er guys are bigger than me right now.
Nate's a big guy.
He's a big guy. He's about the same size as me, but because I compete at 170 for most of my career.
And you won the title at 185.
Yes, it will make me look bad. It will make me look like a bully. And this is if I win decisively. For example, if I win not decisively, if I win like it's a war back and forth, people will say, you suck, you cannot even, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if I get beat, oh my God, forget it. It's for my legacy. It's the end of the world. All the work I put in is finished. And I could have a bad day.
Yeah.
Something that I discovered too during my career is being the strongest man in the world. That was my dream when I was young. That's why I did UFC. I wanted to be the stronger man in the world. And I realized over the years, it did not exist. You cannot be the stronger man in the world. This is an illusion. I love the younger guy. They say, I'm the badass man. No, you're not, man. It doesn't exist. You would be strong. You would be a better fighter than this guy in that particular day, at that particular location, at that particular moment. Maybe in an hour, if the fight would occur an hour later or an hour before, or maybe in a different place where the altitude is higher or lower, or a different scenario, different environment, you will lose that fight. It's always a question of odds. You know what I mean? So being the stronger man in the world, its style makes fight. Maybe we're three guys. I beat you, you beat him, he beat me. Who's the best guy? There's no best guy.
Right, that's MMA math, right?
It is like this. That's the way to see it. So there is no stronger man in the world. You say, I'm the baddest man on the planet because I'm champion. It's like the belting is an illusion. The belting is a symbol, but it's an illusion. It doesn't exist. You're not the stronger man in the world. I know a lot of people will disagree with me, but it is what it is. If you ask most experienced fighter, most people will think the same way, because we realize at one point, like when we're young, because of our confidence, or maybe the cockiness or our confidence, after it not that it fades, but we see we have more experience, knowledge. We realize it's all BS. It's not true.
So the UFC offered you Nate Diaz. Did you consider it at all, or was it like
I consider it. However, I analyze it. I talk with Faraz, with my trainer, and everybody. We were all on the same page on that. It's like it's not worth it.
But did the UFC announce it? Did they say that they were working on it?
I think they announced it. I'm not sure. I think they said it was a done deal. Look, it's not the first time it happened, and I'm not. They have a business to run, the UFC, and their biggest fear is someone take the title and run with it. And I've been doing it 2 times with Johnny Hendricks and with Michael Bisping.
Right.
Like they say I run, but it's for reasons, you know, there's always a reasons. And that's their biggest fear.
Sure.
So and I understand that they have a business to run. It's like the WWE when Andre the Giant passed the torch to Hulk Hogan. He passed the torch because it's for the business,
Yes.
and he agreed to pass the torch.
Yes.
But the thing in this sport, we're not in WWE.
Yeah.
It's my life on the line here.
Yes.
I don't care about the business. I do what is the best for my interest to me.
Sure, you have to.
I have to be
Yeah.
selfish, and I am selfish. I say it openly. I say it to the fan, to every. I am selfish because it's a sport that I can die, man. You can die in this sport, and this is the truth. You can get or not, maybe not die, but it could create your death in the next time to come. In the next year, maybe you get a blow that messed up something in your brain because of a trauma that creates something else. So it's a very serious sport, man. It's not like you play hockey, play baseball, play football. You don't play fighting. So you do it for yourself. You do what is best for yourself. The organization will do what is best for the organization. They're
Yes.
not your friend.
Right.
So that's why the relation I have with Dana and some of the guy in UFC, it's a very special relationship. Maybe one day we'll sit down and we'll talk about the good old days and have
Yeah.
a blast, have a laugh. But right now, I'm always on the defensive.
While
When my
you're
phone
fighting.
ring, I see Dana White, like, God damn. I'm like, then I say what I should say, what I should not say. No. And I'm completely honest about it. It's like some fighters say, no, man, I just... It's like, if you do that, it's because you're an idiot if you do that.
If you just take any fight they give you.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'll fight. No, man, it doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
The ascension to be champion is not a straight line. Is this, is an obstacle there, you're not, then you come back. Is it? It is what it
Yeah.
is. It is
Yeah.
what it is. And you
Yeah.
need to be surrounded by smart people. And if you don't have smart people, you need to be smart enough to find those people that are competent, that will help you in particular domain that you're not competent, to make the job for you and complete your circle, you know?
Yeah. Dana was saying for a while that you didn't want to fight. He was saying
Yeah.
George doesn't want to fight. He's
Yeah,
just
he
saying
said, he
wants to
said
fight.
before I didn't want to fight before I fought Bisping, you know?
Yeah.
He said a lot of
Why,
things.
why do you think he was saying that? Do you think he was putting pressure on you psychologically,
Yes.
like fucking with your head?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
my ego will
Yeah.
make me, okay, I'll show you that I can fight. Bring me this guy.
Right.
Yeah, that's what it is, man. It's a freaking game. It's all a
Yeah.
game. We say it's not a game. It's real now. It's all a game. It's all
Yeah.
business. It's all a game.
What?
I like Dana. Dana, man, the sport was nowhere.
Yeah.
The sport was gone, man. It didn't go nowhere. Because of Dana, we owe Dana. My living, I owe it to Dana White.
When I do the UFC weigh-ins, when I introduce everybody, I point to him. I say, Dana White. Without him, none of this would be possible.
And you're right, 100%.
100%.
He's the best pound for pound promoter of
Ever.
all time.
Of all
I
time.
don't care about Don King, whoever you. Dana White is the best.
He's better than all of them.
sport included. I never seen anything like this. He
Yep.
can sell ice to an Eskimo if he want to. He's incredibly good.
And he's fun.
And he's good at messing up with my head too, because even though I sometimes my ego is like Nate Diaz, because the stuff he said too and the way they try. I don't know if the UFC tried to make him say stuff, because some fighters are more like pawned on a chessboard than others. Me, I'm not. I don't follow. When everything I analyze, I'm thinking. I was like, why you say that? Why? Okay, that's bigger. So a lot of stuff have been said, and my ego, sometimes like, man, what a nice. And I want to say, all right, you think my schedule is too busy? I'll take the fight and I kick your ass. You know what I mean? But I should not do that. It's a stupid move.
Right.
If I start acting like this, I'm boom.
Yeah.
And a lot of guys, they don't have that self-control and self-discipline in them. It's all a game, man. It's all a game. People say it's not. It's BS. It's all a game, man. It's all a game.
What did Nate say that fucked with you?
Okay. Nate Diaz and Nick is like kind of together in a way. They say that I took steroid when I fought his brother. So I messed up my glove, my wrap. I didn't make weight. And what did he say? Oh yeah, I put something in the IV of his brother. So he said, if I want to take care of that, like if I don't know, he said it in his own like word, like in English slang, like, oh,
Yeah.
if you want to take care of this, I'm there, you know,
What,
kind
he
of.
said someone poisoned him recently.
Yes.
Who was that? For which fight was that? Is that Anderson Silva? Or-
Okay,
No.
I gotta confess, Joe. I gotta confess.
Okay.
I was so scared during this fight. So we tried to poison. I was so scared of fighting Nick Diaz, so we poisoned his IV. But he survived. So I was even more terrified, you know. So all the athletic commission was on my payroll, so they tricked away, and then I made it. And it went through, so I was even more terrified. So the alien abduct me and put they put the gamma ray to increase my strength like the Hulk, like a performance enhancing drug. And the fight was still happening. So right before I put some glass and cement in my gloves, make sure. And still had a crazy hard fight, you know, so I gotta confess with Nick Mao, but it's completely insane, you know.
Did he say that was for your fight? Was that?
He said all that. He said for my fight that I poisoned his IV, that I was on steroid, that my rap was wrong, and he said also what did he said that he said the weight, and like I didn't make weight, like I tricked the athletic commission, or they were on my like. It's all like it's just funny. I think he has a problem of conspiration. He think everybody is against him, you know.
Paranoia.
Yes, I think that's what it is.
That might be the weed.
It could be.
Weed.
They say, you know, I don't want to say nothing bad about weed. I think.